So why don't we start with the clap like we like to? Not the bad clap, that is. Anybody have the clap here? I don't even know what is the clap still a thing? It is? Oh, that's chlamydia? Chlamydia's the clap?
Isn't that the song that Russell Brand sings in that like one song?
You can be louder.
What?
Just be louder so they can
Be
hear
louder?
you. Yeah.
Isn't that the name of the song that Russell Brand sings in that one?
Oh, yeah, and Get Him to the Greek.
The clap, that's like his big hit song?
Touch the, stroke the fuzzy wall.
Well, it's not that song.
Oh, well, that's my favorite song in the
that's
movie.
classic, yeah.
We need to do a clap, Steven.
All right, let's do
Everybody
it.
hear us so good? All right, I mean, it's so good, I shouldn't have probably drank. Are we gonna clap on 3? All right, we know how to do it. 1, 2, 3, and then clap, not 1, 2, 3, clap, the same way as I always say it. On 3, you ready? 1, 2, 3, clap. Oh, you guys are awesome.
Clap.
There were a few people delayed up there, I heard. It was more over in this area. Not so much in that area, but it was more like right over there. Not that I can see over there. So why don't I do an intro, Steven?
Let's do it.
Because that was all good. That was all usable.
Solid clap, yeah.
Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. Welcome to RAWtalk episode number 125. This is a mobile RAWtalk from
I think they forgot where they're from.
Actually, I think it's from Chicago. The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bulls. The Blackhawks. The Cubs. How does that happen? The Bears, the Bulls, the Blackhawks, and then the Cubs. Why don't they call themselves like the Papa Bears? Something to have a B in it.
Papa Bears.
Well, forget the Papa part, but more the Bears part.
Gotcha.
Because then they could all have bees. We did drive past Soldier Field on the way in today.
We did.
That place is awesome looking.
Beautiful field, yeah.
How old is that?
Like 5 years.
No, since they redid it. I know they redid it, but how old is it since they...
Initially.
Eyesore on the lakeshore.
You think it's an eyesore?
It's the ugliest thing known to Earth.
Known to Earth? Well, how do you really
I just
feel?
called it beautiful, and they're like, it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Sorry, I'm wrong. Well, we once had a stadium called the FU Center. Do you know why? Because it was the First Union Center. First Union Center. The fuck? How do you name up? How in the right mind do you put your name on a building? At first, when it first opened, it was the Core State Center. Then Core States got bought by Wachovia. Then it was called the Wachovia Center. Then it went to become the First Union Center, and now it's the Wells Fargo Center. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Citizens Bank Park, and then we have Lincoln Financial. It's all money.
All banks.
Anyway, who here's wearing a green shirt? Who here wants to get a piece of green shirt after the show?
Ooh, what does that mean?
Oh, I didn't mean a piece of me. I was not a piece of me.
You didn't.
We do have a green room that's purple.
Ooh.
That's right. It's where the magic happens. We're going to send out people to go fishing and be like, give that person a pass to come into the back room.
VIP pass.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
What a back room. Who wants to see the back room? There's kids here. There's kids here. Steven. So why don't I do a Pluggy McPluggerson, because that's how we make it out here. Squarespace is the reason why we can make these mobile RAWtalks possible, because they're the ones that foot the bill, that keep your tickets usually sometimes free, but your tickets kind of end up free. The reason you guys know why I wanted to charge? So that you guys would actually show up when you bought a ticket.
Everyone did.
It's not your fault. It's what happened in Florida is we had like 170 to 200 tickets get swooped up because they were free, and then 70 people showed up. And what happens is I stopped letting tickets go because you just don't want to overdo it, and then people that missed it can't come because there aren't any tickets left. So anyway, $10, get your lens. Everybody get their lens cloth? Yeah. Everybody get their drink ticket? Yep. Anybody use it? Yep. Anybody not use it? Yep. That little guy over there. How old are you? Whoa. Stop the clock. I heard 13 or 14. Which one?
13 and a half.
Oh, really?
Can't see
There's
over there.
lights. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's just a black hole over there. That's all I see.
If you both split a drink, you equal the age. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Great. Thanks. You're welcome. Oh, it's back to Squarespace. Anybody use Squarespace, by the way? Did you use it because my recommendation or just because it works? Yeah, I mean, I used it back in the day for JaredPoland.com, way back in the day, 6-7 years ago. And it was damn easy then. And then when I went back to using it now for jaredpoland.com, we worked something out with Squarespace that works. So if you want to check out Squarespace, please go to squarespace.com/fro and you can get 10% off your first year. And it's you get a 14-day free trial, no credit card needed. And also, if you're a student, anybody a student here? Anybody have a .edu address? May I add? If you have a .edu address, if you go to squarespace.com/fro, then you go to squarespace.com/students, you can get, was it 50% off?
Yep.
So get somebody's .edu address and get your 50% off. I mean, I didn't say that. Did I just say that? I'm sorry.
I still have my college.edu address.
Well, you have. Hey, how's your Squarespace doing, Steven?
Yeah, it's doing great.
How long
it's
have you
doing
had
great.
it?
I
You've
got
had it
so
for
many
over
pictures up.
It's been over a year.
It's been almost 2 years, I think, at this point.
Because I just had them re-up it for you.
Yep.
Anyway, can we all say thank you,
day.
Squarespace? Thank you, Squarespace. And thank you guys for purchasing tickets. It's really nice. I think I'm going to continue that because it means that people can, yeah. That. And you get your lens cloth. And I took care of the fees, by the way. Did you guys know that? There were no ticket fees. I absorbed them. Because normally when you buy tickets online, they charge you ticket fees. Who's late? Who's late? What's your name? What's your names?
They're so scared.
I didn't hear that. Say that one more time. It sounded like broken. All right, well, come on in. Come on in. You're not interrupting the show or anything. I'm just kidding. There's a spot somewhere in this vicinity. Welcome to the show. Hi, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
Are you Brooke or are you Edward? Brogan. You're Brogan. I thought it sounded like Brogan.
It's a pretty sweet name. Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. Okay, so that's done. What happened last week with the audio? Did anybody listen to the last week's episode? And by
Sounded
last week's,
great,
I mean
right?
Sunday. How did that sound when it got to Todd's?
Someone
Yeah.
referred to it as jumping into a cold lake. I think that's pretty spot
Shrinkage?
on. Yeah. Not a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it so I got a call. We filmed it Thursday night, like we normally do.
Well, we did it Thursday night. Yeah, not in the morning.
Well, not in the morning. Thursday night, because we're doing the FroKnowsPhoto guide to video editing.
Correct.
And so I shot from 9 in the morning till about 7 at night, and then went and did dinner, and then Steven set up, basically using the Canons that were all set up. Everything was already set up because we didn't want to change anything. And we recorded Todd's interview first so that he could go home. And then for whatever reason, what happened?
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. Basically, yeah, like you said, we recorded Todd's interview first, did our second. I came home, dumped the footage right away. Went to dump the footage, I should say, and I put it into the card reader, and right away my computer's like, please format this card. And I'm like, what? It always recognizes it. I've never had an issue, nothing like that. Normally, if any of you guys have a Zoom H6 or any Zoom recorders, you actually see by default about 10 folders that are labeled like folder 1 through 10.
Did you start the shotgun mic?
I have.
Because I made a note here.
I did.
Remind
Thank
Steven.
you for reminding me 10 minutes in.
Plus shotgun mic.
I'm glad I relied on
Start GoPro plus shotgun mic.
It's really his fault that we didn't have the audio last week.
No.
But anyway, so that happened. I went to actually find the audio. The folders were pretty much all missing, and the card was just corrupt at that point. Yet, our audio was still on there. The folder number 2, which was recorded second, obviously, that was fine. Everything was okay. Now, what I actually ended up doing is I went to a bunch of repair websites, recovery software, downloaded a whole bunch to see if I could recover and repair the audio from the initial Todd interview. I did recover it, but none of it was recoverable, I guess is a good word to say.
Yeah,
because I couldn't repair it. Alls you could hear is...
Alls.
I said alls.
Alls. That's a Philly
Alls
thing.
you could hear is pretty much just a bunch of hits, and then you hear like Todd every now and then, hey, Jared.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd.
That stuff
It's
happens,
terrible.
and some people are asking, don't you do a backup? And Steven does have a secondary backup inside the Zoom, right?
On the card itself.
On the card.
But if the card's screwed, you're screwed.
Yeah, it makes no sense why the one worked, the second one worked, but the first one didn't work, and they're on the same card. So the moral of the story is...
Backup
shit,
stuff.
well, shit happens, but
That's
we're
it.
doing a backup this time, right? An extra. So now,
It's not perfected yet, but we are doing something for now.
right, as a last ditch resort that isn't just the camera audio. Now we set the camera audio properly just so that we have something just in case.
A decent scratch track.
Right, and we take a lot of precautions to triple check, double check, and more like triple check everything because we had an episode, the lost episode, Steven,
no one has ever seen.
that nobody has ever seen because. The Zoom never got started.
Well, that was different. I just didn't hit record at that time. That was totally my fault, and I own up to that.
And
but this
so-
time, I was actually on the side monitoring audio the entire time, which I never get to do. And the one time I actually could do that,
Yeah, who
It
knows?
just
The
got lost
whole
in
thing is like
cyberspace.
Steven called me when I was on set recording. He's like, "You want the bad news?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me the bad news."
I'm
And
like
it-
shivering as I'm calling him. I'm like,
why? Because what do you think?
shaking.
I'm gonna flip out?
Yep.
Did I flip out?
You were disappointed.
Well, I'm always disappointed in
Yeah.
you, Steven. I mean, I'm not
Thank you.
disappointed.
Makes me feel
I'm not.
great.
I sent you a nice email last night, right before I went to bed. It's like, Steven.
You did?
Those photos look good.
Oh, yeah, you did.
See? I care. Caring is sharing, man. No, sharing is caring. Who said that? Like a Care Bear or something?
Probably.
Really? A Care Bear said that? I was just making that up.
But so anyway, this time we're taking precautionary measures to make sure that we have backups in place. It's not perfected yet. I'm still looking for a better solution, but for the time being, we do have basically an aux cable running to that camera, and then we also have a shotgun mic directly in the middle just in case.
Yeah,
all set to decent levels, so it should be. God forbid if this happens again, it should be okay.
Shit's gonna happen. It does happen. And the reason that we still put up, we didn't choose to re-record it because I was busy filming the other stuff.
And I did offer.
You did offer, but it was Todd. You know, we weren't in the mental space for that during the week because of what we were doing.
yeah.
And all I said to Steven, when this stuff happens, you own it. You just own up to it and put up an annotation. And I think most people understood. There were a couple of people that were dicks about it, which is always going to happen in the comment sections, but it's fine. You know, so we're going to possibly go out to a Zoom H1, go out from the one and do that into a Zoom H1 just as a third recording or something. Just and that's a cautionary tale for everybody who's doing any kind of recording, is to take care of that.
Well, and what I would have liked to have done is it does let you actually line out to a multi-track digitally into like a laptop, like Adobe Audition or Pro Tools or whatever type of software you're using to record audio, but you can only record onto the laptop itself. You can't record internally as well, so that really doesn't serve a purpose to what we're looking for as like a backup or something like that. But
What's that smell like to you?
it smells like alcohol.
No. Alex, can I get your nose? Yeah. Are you, how old are you?
19.
Oh, sit down. Are you old enough? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't drink.
I don't drink either. Just tell me, since you don't drink, what's this smell like?
I mean, it smells like alcohol. I don't know what do you think it smells like?
I think it smells like rubber tires. It tastes like rubber tires too. Give it a taste. And I don't really drink much, but I'm not driving tonight, so
Ugh.
yeah, right? Rubber tires?
I don't know what rubber tires taste like, so I can't tell
Well,
you.
first off, I once bit a hockey puck because I
Why?
thought that it would taste good. Just like the sniff test, I thought the texture would be good. And I've told this story before. I was watching the Jackson 5 on TV once, an old footage thing, and they had different color pop filters on, and one was like yellow, and one was green, and one was red, and I was like, those must taste good. They must taste like red and yellow and green.
You ate like a lot of glue when you were younger, didn't you?
Like Ralph?
Ralph?
From The Simpsons.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
anybody
exactly
get
like
that
Ralph.
reference? Ralph? No, I didn't eat the Miss Krabappel. I think it was Miss Krabappel. All right, that one fell flat. Thank you. So we've been shooting the FroKnowsPhoto guide to video editing. Who's angry that I've been focusing a little bit on video? You can tell me if you're angry with it. Because I read comments and people are like, you're a dick. Focus on photography. But this is part of it. Video is. Who does video here? And
I'd say about
who
half
has
the
the DSLR video guide? Did it help? Was it helpful?
Absolutely.
And so, how have you been editing? Has editing been hard? Editing sucks.
Yes, it does.
Editing is very hard, and we wrapped. We did 7 days in a row. Todd and I and the full crew. If anybody watched on Meerkat and Snapchat, you saw all the behind the scenes stuff. And we did. Hey, Alex, how are we on time?
15.
All right, you just got to check him like Sutter. I mean, he looks just like Sutter, down to the tight jeans.
Totally.
What was I saying? Oh, back to the guide. Yeah,
Meerkatting
7 days
and-
in a row. 9 a.m. Well, we never started at 9 because the crew never showed up on time. They were all eating their burritos, and then they have to have a cigarette. Which pisses me off, by the way. I don't smoke, and I've never smoked a cigarette. Smoke on your own time, damn it. But anyway, 7 days in a row we did, and I can say that Todd wrote the FroKnowsPhoto guide to DSLR. No, to video editing for me. He based the whole thing off of somebody like me who either has no skills at editing or who has just a little bit but does not the best job, who basically can use a lot of help. And then I went through this whole thing and asking Todd legitimate questions because he would do something and I'd be like, oh, so that's what happens there, and that's a match cut, and that's a graphic match cut, and this is what L cuts and J cuts are. And I've started to learn this stuff as we went through the process. So this guide is going to be pretty good for anybody that's looking for video editing. It's really, and we're not teaching how to push buttons in a program, and that's the same thing that we do with everything. It's teaching the mentalities and theories behind why you make an edit, when you make an edit, and that stuff is so important.
And generally, the buttons are the same anyway, whether it's Final Cut or Premiere Pro or whatever program you use.
Yep.
They're basically the same.
And so has anybody... what's interesting is I hand the crew a check after they work. So like the day I actually gave them their checks the next day when they came to pick up their gear because I needed to get the totals for what we pay them. They all sit there and they get all like, really? I get paid now? I'm like, well, how do people normally pay you? They're like 45 to 60 days.
Oof.
I'm like, well, you did your job. And I don't understand the mentality behind people hiring somebody and then making them wait 30 to 45 or 60 days to get paid when they already did their job. I have the money set aside in the budget for them to get paid. We finish, they get paid. And I never understood that. But that's how my dad always taught me. It's like, somebody does a job, you
It's a
pay
good
them.
mentality to have.
You do a job, you get paid.
Yeah.
You don't wait 50 to 90 days. Right?
It's a long time.
But anyway, it was good stuff. The crew was a lot of fun. Did anybody watch the Meerkat or the behind the scenes? One
Nobody.
person. What'd you watch, Alex? Got it. Yeah, so Alex was telling us that he's the only one who watched Meerkat. I guess I'll never use Meerkat again because nobody watched. How about the Snapchat? You guys enjoy that? How about what Kenny did? Anybody remember what Kenny did?
What
didn't Kenny do?
What didn't he do?
Kenny, you're late. You are late. What's your name, young
Sneaking
man?
in. It's a woman.
Fuck, I can't see. I got lights in my hair. People have a hat on. I'm sorry, young lady. I can't see that far.
We really can't see like anything past these cameras.
My bad. What's your name?
Trisha.
I'm sorry, Trisha. I couldn't see that far.
Oh, no, it's okay.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm like
He's
really
blind,
sorry.
Don't worry.
I had a 50-50 chance. And I messed up. All I saw was a shape.
I just saw the bag, yeah.
I saw a bag and a hat.
And a hat.
And that's it. Trisha? Was it Trisha?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No,
She
I
said
feel
it's okay,
terrible.
Jared.
Anyway, back to the show. Hey, Alex, are they good? They're all blinking?
Yeah.
You did a good job. Are they all blinking front row? Good. You make sure that Alex doesn't mess up. Hey, what'd you do with your drink ticket? Did you sell it?
I have it.
All right. Well, don't you use that because you're too young.
I'll try.
I'll try.
I don't know where I was going.
I don't know where you're going. You said Snapchat. That's where you left
Oh,
off
yeah,
at.
you guys have been watching. So Kenny, I say, Kenny, can you set up the tables against the wall? So I come back, and what did Kenny do? He just lined the tables up, and he didn't open them. And then I say, Kenny, stack the tables against the wall. I come back upstairs. He has one table on top of the other.
They're like these kind of tables, like the foldable.
Well, they were those
collapsible
folding
yeah,
tables. All right,
there's
let's
one
get to
specifically.
photo news. I had enough talking. I'm
Finally.
tired of talking. Did you know I didn't sing once last week?
That means he's going to sing like 30 times this week.
No, I didn't know. I was in a totally different mindset last week.
Be prepared. I don't have any auto-tune with me this week, so it's going to be rough.
Well, I'll be singing some Carly Rae
God.
Jepsen.
All right, photo news. Creative Live, they asked 8 Photoshop experts to work in Photoshop 1.0 in honor of its 25th anniversary this year, and they filmed the whole thing. The experts include Dave Cross, Jarrett Platt, Ben Wilmore, Chris Orwig, Julianne Cost, Aaron Nace, Tim Gray, Matt Kluskowski, and Jason Hope? Not sure how to pronounce that.
Hop?
Some of the big differences that most of them pointed out include no live preview, no layers, not being able to do more than like one undo. However, they were surprised to see that there actually is layers in it. Or, I'm sorry, levels. Now, funny little video, similar to like what we talked about a few weeks back during the actual anniversary.
Just be louder.
Be louder?
Jessica, can you guys
Am I
hear in
too-
the back?
Too low? Sorry,
We're good?
I don't project.
I'm
like
sorry.
you,
I
Jared.
just want to make sure that everybody in the back row can hear, because this is like 500 people deep right here.
We have no PA system in here.
There's
Yeah.
no PA system.
No PA.
So it's 500 people watching.
But really cool video. Did you actually see this one?
I watched part of it and then I got bored.
You got bored?
I get bored with everything.
It was good.
It was pretty funny. It was
liked
kind of like kids react on YouTube. It was this
That's
time
true. It
people
kinda-
react
it's a good way to put it.
to old programs like that.
A new behind-the-scenes video from the filming of the upcoming movie Fast and Furious 7 showcases how the crew actually dropped cars out of a C-130 airplane.
Are you going to see that movie?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
I think I saw Fast 1 and 2.
I
and
saw
then
Fast 1 and 2 and stopped.
Was
after
it
that.
3 or was it Tokyo Drift? And then it was like
Something like that.
then Vin Diesel left and then Vin Diesel came back.
Yeah. He came back for this one only, right? Or
No.
the last one too?
And then they had to finish the movie with what's his name's brother?
This movie coming up.
Yeah, Paul
Yeah.
Walker's brother.
Yeah, I think they waited like a whole year to actually release this, right? Something like that?
I have no idea, Steven.
Anyway, they actually dropped cars out of a C-130 airplane and filmed the whole thing versus going the usual like CGI route. Now, the shoot included 2 or 3 cameramen, skydivers that followed the cars down with cameras strapped to their helmets, which looked like red cameras. Not exactly sure.
They did look like
I
Reds.
could be wrong. They also had a chase helicopter follow them for the more steady shot, along with a few cam ops filming from the ground. Now, the movie's officially in theaters on April 3rd, so about 2 weeks from today.
We're going to get yelled at. Somebody's going to be like, you got paid to plug that.
No, we really didn't. I just figured I'd let you guys know so you can check out this awesome
It is funny, though. They do. I've heard this in the past. Back in the day, they used to pay like this one guy named Shoe Money. He was an internet marketer. Shoe Money. That's right. Shoe Money. They would give him like $5,000 to tweet out about a movie.
What?
Yeah.
That much?
Yeah. Because he had a big following of people.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I
Would
just
you
wonder-
take $5,000 to tweet out about a movie? Yeah, exactly. So get off my ass.
I just heard someone say, hell yeah.
No, but I actually don't take money to do tweets. I think that's probably the dumbest thing ever. But unless it was organic and it made sense.
Well, it's like that Instagram news story we talked about on Thursday, last week. But I wonder how much this, the
Cost?
budget for this scene was. It had to be insane.
The movie probably is budgeted for in the $200 to $250 million range.
I can't believe they're on 7 freaking movies from this.
Well, they skipped 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, and 5
Wait,
with
did
low
they?
budget. No,
Oh, I
they
was
did
gonna say,
them,
yeah.
but they didn't have the main characters.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know. I can't watch that movie.
So obviously you're not going to see it.
Do you know? It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, because winning is winning. What was that? The wrong quote? That was close.
Completely butchered that one.
I love Vin Diesel. He's jacked.
He's like your idol.
No, he's not my idol. I like The Rock better.
His body is.
No, his body is not in
You know
Wonderland.
you wish you had his body.
No, he wishes he had my body. All right? He's bald, all right?
Oh,
He is bald, bald, bald.
So a new bill has been proposed in Texas that would make it a crime for people to photograph or film the police
Bill Bob?
within 25 feet. House Bill 2918 was filed last week by Representative Jason Villalba and would make breaking the proposed law a Class B misdemeanor. Adding to that, photographers who legally carry a handgun would not be able to photograph officers from within 100 feet. But so I don't know if a lot of people like carry handguns around in Texas, but
Well, does everybody know what I say about Texas? Then I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to offend
You told me
people.
it earlier, but do
You
you
don't
normally
remember
say
it?
No, I don't remember
I
you
said
saying
it.
that.
Oh, I say it. No, I don't say it publicly.
Oh, okay.
But we're Eagles fans. What do we say about the Cowboys?
Well, that makes sense.
You just think earmuffs and Cowboys, and the in the middle,
So the bill,
and Jerry Jones. Why don't you put Jerry Jones on the screen right now? Because anybody, when you're watching the Bears play the Cowgirls, you ever see how many times they show Jerry Jones? Too many, right? It's like the league has a minimum of we must show Jerry Jones 10 times. He must get shown 10 times.
cut away to Jerry Jones camera now.
Jerry
now.
Jones camera, take one.
And now,
Go one.
ready, Jerry Jones camera.
Take Jerry Jones camera. All right, sorry to interrupt your story.
Oh, that's okay. The bill states that close-up photography is an interruption, disruption, or interference that occurs while a peace officer, not police officer, is performing a duty or exercising authority
Wait,
imposed
so
or
if they're going to the
granted by
bathroom, you can't
law.
take a picture?
So exceptions to the law would be if the photographer is a member of the media with a proper FCC license.
What is an FCC license? Who has an FCC? What is an FCC license?
I mean, I assume
Federal Camera Controller of America? What is an FC? I don't have an FCC license.
I mean,
I'm part of the media.
Yeah, I know the broadcast stations, like the news stations,
that's
radio
FCC
stations.
license?
Yeah, FCC license.
You know what? It's anyway. Go ahead. I'm trying to.
Now, or if the photographer is officially working on behalf of law enforcement in some way.
No. That is total hypocrisy.
Now, Representative Jason Villalba specifies that it doesn't restrict filming police.
Vulva?
Villalba.
Villalba.
It merely asks folks to stand back a little to let the cops do their job, he says.
So I'm interfering with you doing your job. Stay back 25 feet. And so what I want to do, what I'll get out is like, what I want. Oh God, this is a bad idea. This is a terrible idea. You ever seen one of those lasers things that measure how far you are from somebody? So instead, you have the thing on your camera, and it's like, excuse me, officer, I'm 25 feet. Can't you see the laser on your chest? Well, that won't be too good.
That won't end well.
That won't end well. But hey, I got to say 20. How else am I going to say 25 feet away? That is the dumbest law I've ever heard.
Get just measuring tape. You just keep.
You'd be like, yeah, but then they're walking towards you. I'm like, sir, stay back. You're 25 feet within 25 feet. Stop. I'm trying to take your picture. You know, I'd be like,
You just keep walking back.
I'm like, what are you doing, sir? Stay back. I'm trying to take your picture. You're resisting your picture. Get down on the ground.
That was a good one. But you can read the full copy of the bill. It's over on the website.
Did it
which
pass?
You can give them. No, not yet. It's it's proposed.
Yeah, go to FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk-125. That is FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk-125.
You got it right.
Not like 1TO5 or TUU5. No, that's TO, right? That's 1O. That's not 2U because that's not
What?
I'm practicing my English here.
Okay.
Because then I still don't understand.
No. So DJI
But
is.
the 13 and 14-year-olds do. Because they have a Chicago education. What, is the Chicago education bad? Who's to blame for that? Obama? I mean, that's all I ever hear. Oh, Rahm, man, he did that bad of a job here? It's
I just heard, yeah.
This week on Politics Talk.
So DJI, they're set to become the first billion-dollar consumer. Did you? They're set to become the first billion-dollar consumer drone company. They did around $500 million in sales in 2014 and are already looking like they'll double that this year if they stay at a steady pace. Now, just back in 2013, they did around $100 million in revenue, so their numbers have clearly skyrocketed since.
No, they've droned up.
They're currently talking to Silicon Valley's top venture capital firms in hopes of raising another round of funding. Crazy stuff. I mean, that's
So how's
a lot
that gonna go?
of quiche.
Yeah, I bet you our buddy Eric Chang is involved in that.
Oh, yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Nice guy, too.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Mm-hmm. Very nice guy.
Speaking of money, the
Money.
average cost of wedding photography in 2014 was $2,556.
Hey, Sharon. Sharon,
Sounds like South
raise
Park.
your hand.
Sharon.
There you are. How much do you charge for a wedding?
Around that.
Around that? All right, she said around that.
Around that.
So she is the average of the money. The $2,500 is not bad for a wedding, right?
No.
That's not bad.
It's
I'd
average.
add $1,000 to that. Oh, it's average, Stephen?
Well, it's the average cost of wedding photography in
How'd they
2014.
figure this out?
So they figured it out. This is a 5% increase from the average cost that a couple would spend back in 2013. The number comes from a survey conducted by The Knot,
Survey says.
which featured 16,000 brides and grooms in the U.S. This is the 8th year they've done this study, which consistently ranks photography as the third highest service that couples are paying for on their big day.
What's the other stuff?
The other stuff is the actual venue and the wedding band.
Why you want a band? Who wants a band
The
at their
reception
wedding?
band,
Do you want to know
apparently.
why my parents got married on October 31st? Halloween? Because the band was booked on the other days. So they had a Halloween wedding in 1976.
Did they do like a theme or anything?
Well, I think I've seen the pictures, and some people wore. I don't know if was Star Wars out in 76. Yes.
78, right? 77?
So then nobody came as Princess Leia.
Your favorite.
Post pictures.
I'll find the wedding album because I think at one point I did take raw files of the wedding album just to have them. They're stored somewhere. Now that I think about it,
Somewhere.
that was with the D2X at the time, so I should do it again and take it with the D4S.
Now, if you add both the still and video categories up, the couples are spending an average of $4,350. So if you're a one-man band, there's a much bigger check waiting for you on that day.
What if they're doing video and?
Video and photography.
See that? How important is video these days? You can't neglect it.
Yeah, video actually ranks like I think 4th on this, around like $1,500 or something like that.
That's
I thought
cheap.
it would be more. Yeah.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. A photographer in England named Patrick McCann broke his leg at a horse race this past week after a horse in the race knocked over the rail he was shooting from. Now, he was shooting from an approved safe spot, according to the race course. The horse was basically forced to the side of the track from other horses.
Say that again.
What?
The horse was forced?
The horse was basically forced. The horse was forced to the side of the track from other horses.
And what did the horse sound like? Why are you forcing me to the side? The horse, I'm going to step on this guy's leg, and he's shooting cannon. That's why.
So since he was forced to the side of the track, he pretty much ended up tearing down the divider. Now, the photographer did manage to get a couple of shots, however, literally moments before the impact, to the point where the last frame is just the horse's head, like, super close up.
I'm a horse head. And I'm not even drunk anymore. I wasn't even drunk to begin with.
He was later admitted to a hospital and underwent a successful surgery for 2 broken bones in his leg.
His femur and his fibula.
Yes. You can see
Or
those
tibia.
last few frames he snapped
Tibia.
off, though,
Tibia.
and the video. The whole thing's over on the website for you guys to check out. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
The horse, of course.
The horse, of course, that forced him.
Okay.
The next story, a new super telephoto lens for smartphones by Brando has an 80 times zoom range,
Hold on.
which is just crazy.
Introducing the world's longest telephoto lens for an iPhone. The 80 times zoom Brando.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's amazing. It comes in multiple colors.
Oh, my God.
Red, blue, black.
Whoa.
Even clear.
Crazy.
So your pictures will turn out like shit. Now back to the show.
The lens is 395 millimeters long, giving you a 35 millimeter equivalent focal length of about...
Men, be scared of this. Because if your ladies buy this, you're in trouble. I think Todd's rubbing off on me. Todd,
He totally is,
Todd
dude.
doing his creepy. Oh,
He
yeah.
does the creepy uncle.
Well, what's going on? Hey.
80 times telephoto lens.
Hey.
Yes. But it has a focal length equivalent of about 2,500 to 3,000 millimeters, depending on which phone and sensor you're using. The company claims that it lets you capture clear shots of people's faces from 100 meters away.
Hey guys, do you like my new telephoto lens from Brando? It looks like a fist. But it's not really a fist, it's a really good picture taking device. Oh, look, it's Alex. He looks like Sutter with a hipster face.
No, you're focused on his mustache
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
sorry.
That's how close it is.
I can see your mustache.
And it's literally like that big in the picture.
That is how much is it?
It's currently available for various Samsung Galaxy and iPhone smartphones and will set you back about $220. It comes with the lens, a tripod stand, a mounting ring, a back case for your phone.
A bat case?
A back case.
A bat case?
A back.
Oh, B-A-C-K.
Yes.
Not B-A-T.
bat.
I
Like
thought you were
Batman.
talking about Batman.
But it helps you mount your lens, and it has a velvet carrying case.
Oh, fuck.
That you can
Sign
have
me up.
have on
Velvet
you all the
carrying
time.
case. It's just like, bring me some Crown Royale so I can have... All I knew was growing up as a kid, I had Crown Royale gold with... purple with gold strings, and we used to keep probably He-Man in them. We grew up, we had a liquor cabinet and all. I never drank. Seriously.
DHW Phototechnic is liquidating their Rolleiflex factory, and the liquidation includes all of the equipment used in manufacturing the iconic twin lens reflex cameras. Specifically, it features 1,100 lots of equipment for mechanical and optical manufacturing, CNC milling, metal working gear, drills, measurement instruments, testing machines, workshop equipment. Did you say,
Yeah, nobody heard me go, oh yeah, measurement devices. Like
lens-
lathes and what are those things called? Those things that, calipers. Calipers! Oh my God, I got it right. They're called calipers.
But anyway, the lot also includes lenses, cameras, a whole bunch more. The bankruptcy auction will be held by ProVentura starting on April 20th, 2015. Someone needs to tell Sutter about this auction. He's going to love it.
Me,
I'll buy that lens over
$5.
there. That caliper?
10,
That's for Special Agent Dale Cooper?
$23.50 in change. That's all I have in my Squeezy wallet from the 1980s. Remember? Did you
Let
have
me
one
get
of
it out
those?
of my chain
Did
wallet.
anybody have those squeezy things? Remember those? They sucked. Holy Jesus! But the 80s were great. The 80s were so good. We had Simon. And we had Simon. And didn't you get pissed off? You're doing really well in Simon, and then you hit it along the edge and it doesn't accept it. Simon sucked.
Someone coming in? Who's coming in?
Who's coming in?
2 people.
I'm just gonna call them people.
If you had your 80 times telephoto lens,
Who
you
are
could
you
see it.
people? Come on in. Don't be shy. Welcome. We'll start over. we should. Well, you missed the good stuff, but lucky for you, we recorded it.
Hopefully.
Welcome. There should be spots somewhere. There should be chairs. Pull up a spot. See, we're nice. I like interacting.
So even if you're not interested in buying anything, which I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you guys watching are not interested, there is a cool in-depth look of inside the factory with about 1,000+ pictures that they posted in the listing itself. He's restarting the
See?
cameras.
Did you see what happened, Alex? It didn't blink, did it? You got to give it a rest.
I'm glad you're paying attention.
I heard
to this,
you.
this news story.
Cameras, Rolleiflex is good, Alex.
You
You're
are the
so
worst.
good at this.
Let him just do
I
his
don't get
job.
distracted. I mean, I get distracted.
And by the way, DHW also just announced 2 new Rolleiflex cameras just as recently as Photokina 2012, and now they're liquidating the whole thing.
Good.
A new study says that photo sharing is hurting our enjoyment of life.
I agree with that.
The study, conducted by New York Times bestselling authors Joseph Grenny and David Maxfield, surveyed 1,623 people and finds that 58% of them believe that posting the perfect picture has prevented them from enjoying life's experiences. They call the people that are more focused on documenting their lives
No pun intended.
than living them trophy hunters, they call them. They want trophies to hang up. They want to kill it
Steven,
and stuff it and put it on their wall.
That's racism.
Is what they say. What? 91% of the participants also reported seeing tourists missing memorable moments because they were too busy trying to capture and share photos of the places they were visiting. Maxfield concludes that people who are obsessed with capturing perfect moments for social media sharing are often those who have the least happiness in life. He suggests becoming more self-aware, limiting your social media usage, taking a break from your devices, and being intentional about experiencing life instead of simply hunting for trophies. That paragraph has Jared Poland written all over it. Now, I at least tend to take a picture and post after the fact and enjoy that moment. But you, on the other hand...
From that moment. There's a song in there somewhere.
I don't know that song you're singing.
Oh, is it From a Distance? From a distance. The world seems dark and gray. Spread your wings and fly.
That's a different song, I think.
I believe I can fly.
I can fly.
Oh, didn't I sing that
Yeah,
2
you
weeks
just sang
ago?
it like 2 weeks ago. You usually only have about 10 songs that you sing. And you just go back and forth.
I can sing the new Carly Rae Jepsen song.
And that's going to be the 11th song.
I really, 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 really like you. I like you too. I really, really... The lyrics suck. Steven sent it to me one night, and I listened to I'm like, Steven, that song sucked.
Well, and I said specifically, I was like, this is Jared's favorite new song. And you're like, no, it's terrible. That's the worst.
I must have been in a bad mood.
And now you love
Because
it.
I listened to it 2 days ago, and I was like, oh.
I was
She's talking
shocked.
about holding hands.
I mean, I think it's terrible, but I knew you would love it.
Well, it's so poppy.
Exactly.
It's better than Call Me Maybe.
I don't know. I have a guilty pleasure for Call Me Maybe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How guilty is it?
I like it a lot.
All right. Okay, photo news.
So creepy.
So people that take pictures of stuff, they're saying that we have issues?
Yes, that they are very unhappy in life, apparently. This is cue sad music.
You could pull that from audio block, Steve.
I was gonna do it. You didn't have to say it.
Well, I just...
You just gotta let it happen.
I'm unhappy in life.
Okay, moving on.
That was a great story. Now, thank you, douchebags from New York Times. Soon you won't have a job because newspapers don't exist.
Ouch.
Hey,
Burn.
Get on the internet.
Speaking of newspapers, we actually passed the Chicago Sun-Times
we did.
building.
We almost stopped there.
Remember we interviewed that one guy?
We did on that
One of the
phone.
photographers that got laid off?
Yes, he did. Good
That's all I
story.
had.
Good story,
Cool-
Steven.
cool story, bro.
Good job.
YouTube has begun supporting 360-degree video uploads as of late last week. The videos that are 360 degrees will now have a directional control toggle in the corner
That's really hot.
that lets you pan all around the video for your favorite angle. You could also simply drag your mouse around the video screen for your preferred angle. This is something you would really like.
The industry of Triple X is gonna love that.
Not the right angle. No.
No,
I don't want to see him. I want to see her.
a little bit to the left. More.
Don't say it.
I held
Keep it
myself up.
somewhat PG-13.
I'm trying to watch the camera guys shoot. I mean, I tried, all right? You're seeing how they shoot behind the scenes. More fluffer.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, young kids. I'm sorry. Earmuffs.
Now, looking at these videos, this is kind of something you really need to shoot in like 4K if you want nice, sharp video. If not,
Screw Patrick. I like Patrick Sharp, actually.
I've noticed like even the 1080p videos that
How
were
come
uploaded.
nobody went like, yeah, Patrick Sharp, Chicago, yay? He's injured. Oh, he is? Is Patrick Kane injured too? Well, you were wrong. Kane's injured. Did he try beating up a cabbie lately?
Nothing at all.
I mean, he did that when he was 18.
So,
All right. He's
that-
really good, and he also scored the game-winning goal in Game 6 against the Flyers. I cried.
these videos.
Actually, I didn't even get upset when that goal went in because nobody knew it went in. We were seeing it. Doc Emmerich's like, wait, it's in the net. And I guess they won the Stanley Cup. That's highly disappointing.
Oh, should I continue?
I was talking hockey talk. It's Chicago.
Chicago.
The Bears, the Bulls, the Blackhawks, the Cubs. Somebody get me another beer. Carry. You gotta.
Is that Bill Cosby?
No, that's Harry Carey. Jello pudding. Harry
Where's
Carey.
your Coogee sweater at?
It's in my closet. I'll bring it out. Go 1, a 2. Sing it, people. It's the Cubbies. They haven't won a World Series since 1906? 08. Close enough. Where's Steve Bartman here? It wasn't his fault either. Is my dad calling?
I thought it was.
It wasn't my dad. No, it wasn't his fault. You didn't lose because that guy tried to catch a foul ball. Does anybody believe that? Does anybody care about sports?
I don't think there's many sports fans in this room.
I mean, sorry. This isn't sports
no
talk.
one's giving you anything.
Okay, Steven, why don't you get back to photo news?
Okay. What was I talking about? So basically, a lot of these videos were shot in 1080p,
Oh,
but they
right.
look terrible. They look like they were kind of shot on a phone, compressed a million times. So I do think 4K is what you need for these 360-degree videos. Google says support for these interactive videos is currently available for Android and only in Chrome, and is coming to iPhone, iPad, and other devices shortly. If you'd like to shoot YouTube-compatible 360-degree videos yourself, this is a list of compatible cameras as of now, with more on the way. The Bubble Cam, Gyoptics 360 Cam, IC Realtek's Alley, Kodak's SB360, we talked about that actually a few weeks ago,
Kodak.
and Ricoh Theta.
Uncle Rico again?
Every time. There's a handful of videos, though, currently available in
Napoleon?
360. You guys can watch that over on the website. Check it all out.
Yeah, there's also something new that YouTube added this week. Cards.
Yes.
They call them cards. If anybody saw the latest RAWtalk, there's an eye in the top right corner. Did anybody notice
Well,
that?
Is it just on mobile devices?
No,
or?
it's on all devices.
Oh, okay.
If you click that eye, it drops down a card. It looks so much better than the old annotations, which are going to replace at some point. But it's a card that if you click it, it takes you to a playlist. I think I did it in that video. It's just interesting, and it's a place that people could donate because they. Does anybody know that you could support YouTubers? There's a support button now.
If they enable it, right?
It's enabled. I don't push that. But you could
didn't think
have
yours
people
was.
make submissions. Like if somebody wants to give you $5 or you make a video or something, they can do that.
Interesting. So this last one, I was supposed to show you this before we started. And
Really?
I forgot to.
What is it?
It's that Shark Tank parody.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Well, you guys can see it on FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk-125. But you'll definitely like this one. Someone made a Shark Tank parody pilot episode featuring photography entrepreneurs. Director David Robin made the spoof for WPPI a few weeks ago. It actually...
Whippy.
It actually features some well-known photographers, too, including Roberto Valenzuela,
Don't know him.
Bambi Cantrell, Jerry Gionis, Melissa Gionis, and Gary Fong. Some funny points, though. The one shark is known for trademarking the word cheese and pretty much gets $1 royalty every time it's said. One person is looking for a $300 investment for 79% of her company. Gary Fong is like a huge nerd on there, literally. He portrays one. He's like a starving artist that has a new flash diffuser that's literally just a cup on his flash. He calls it the Fong Dong.
The Fong
He's
Dong.
pretty much making fun of his real product.
As he laughs all the way to the bank.
He does.
Because do you know how much money he has made with the Gary Fong Dome?
I bought one. I have one in my bag.
It is a Tupperware container on top of your flash.
It's a cup on the flash. That's what
and
it is.
he has done well.
Yeah.
I've talked to him.
But I like that he can,
We'll get him on
make
at
fun
some
with it.
point. I think if I go to LA or go to Seattle again, he's in BC. So
Where did we see him?
he's in-
Photokina?
He saw us in Photokina.
He was so excited.
He was like, "Hey, bro!
Hey, did you get my email?
I'm like, "Yeah, I got your email," and I sent a response back because I ripped on it. Sorry.
I will say it was a funny concept, but terrible acting in this video. It's really bad. Really
I am
bad.
an actor.
That's what you think. That's it for photo news, though.
No way.
Yes way.
What? How
It
far
only
in
took
are
me
we?
25 minutes to get through this with
Sutter,
all the
how
interruptions.
far in are we?
We are 47 minutes in.
Thanks, Alex. What other notes do I have here?
I don't know.
Well, I have flying solo questions that we're going to get to.
Yes, remind me to turn on that mic.
Yeah, you have to do that. Who came from the furthest?
We came pretty far.
How many hours? Graceland. Like Elvis?
I was going to say.
4.5 hours. Way.
Anyone top that? 4.5?
Southeast Ohio, 7 hours.
7.
Ohio? Oh, wow.
I think he wins.
Very nice. Very nice. Would you like a hat? What color? Why? Because of Ohio State? Can somebody pass him a red hat back, Alex? Oh, and give him an air freshener, too. What flavor air freshener would you like?
Flavor. I hope it tastes good.
You guys can have air fresheners. They're up on the table. Those you can have. Those are free. Freedom isn't free. The scents are
The flavors. Remember.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, red, Lost flavor from the island Lost. That's purple.
Is that like Hawaii smell or
It's
something?
plumeria, some kind of flower. That sounds like a disease.
It smells like purple.
It smells like the clap. And then there's, well, they did Cabbage Patch Kid flavor. That smells like vanilla.
That tastes
and that's
good.
white. But then there's off-white. They screwed up that, and because there's actually fresh linen I ordered for you.
That's the one yeah.
And then there's
That's so good.
What a rubber tire.
rubber tire. That's right here. Then there's Drakkar from the 90s.
That's your favorite, I think, right?
I did put that in my car, but I love the cinnamon. Cinnamon is really good. Heidi likes. I don't
Big
know
Red.
what Heidi likes. All right, why don't we do flying solo?
Let's do it.
So why don't you get that mic ready, because I'm probably apparently my grandfather gives me the remote, and all I have to do is watch the Powerball.
Do we have a microphone passer? A round
Jill!
person.
Jill,
Thank you, Jill.
Jill, say hi, Jill. Wait, is it on, Steven?
It should be.
Jill,
Is
say
it on?
test 1 2.
Test 1 2.
It's on.
All right, so I have some questions here that people have submitted, so I'll probably call you out, and then I'm going to need more people to ask questions. All right, are we ready?
We're ready.
Is Gary Lofgren here? Yep. Lofgren. How often, if ever, do you run into a creative block? What have been your best strategies to get your mind back on track to get the creative ideas flowing? Yeah, I've definitely run into blocks. Sometimes it's you have to force yourself to get out there and shoot, but I think what really helps me the most is when I go ahead and look at all the photo books on my shelf. Actually take something down and look at it, or look at other work. I think movies inspire me. because movies are one long photograph because they're all lit well and they're all composed well. And I think when you see that, you start to see images. Like when I watch Finding Forrester. Anybody seen Finding Forrester? Really awesome movie. I love that movie.
It's a good one.
Punch the K's. No?
I haven't watched it in years.
Sean Connery.
I can't tell you.
I don't have
specific
voices,
quotes.
all right? It was
Sean
supposed
Connery.
to be Sean Connery.
He's awesome in The Rock.
It's terrible. But anyway, I find those movies inspiring because you see the angles, you see the light, you see the images, and I think that helps me get into a mindset to go out and shoot. Does that help, Gary? It does. All right. If you have any other questions, let me know. RAWtalk Chicago question. I don't have the person who asked it. Hi, Jared. So if this is you, let me know. Where do you see your photography/video work in 10 years? Also, have you ever considered creating a coffee table book of your own? More like a tea table book. If so, what would your criteria be for the images in the book? Who asked that?
Yo, right here.
Yo, hey, what's your name?
Rich.
Are you talking into the mic, Rich?
Rich has an epic beard.
Rich is
I
talking
think.
into the mic now.
Hi, Rich.
Hello.
Where'd you come from?
Chicago.
Hey. Okay, so I have to answer your question. I don't know where I see my work in 10 years. It's so hard to say because I've been shooting since I was 13. I'm 34 now, so that's a long time. And I've evolved tremendously throughout that period from the stills now into the video more. I see producing different shows. And I don't even know if 10 years, where I'll be doing 10 years, but I can't see stopping taking pictures. I still love capturing moments, but I love creating content and producing other people or directing when it comes to shooting video. I think that's a portion that I could see myself going into. In terms of a coffee table book, I don't know. Are you guys interested in a coffee table book? No.
Why not?
Exactly. Dead silence. Right. That's why I haven't done anything. It's because it's like, who am I to put out a photo book?
You should do what Kramer did on Seinfeld.
What did Kramer do?
He had like a coffee table book that literally turned into a mini coffee table. It was pretty awesome.
That's funny.
And then you put your yeah, it was
That's
good.
funny.
It was good.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really see doing a book like that, honestly, unless people really, really, really like me. I really, 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 really like you. That came out naturally, Steven.
That did, for
That
once.
was a
That did.
natural thing right there. All right. Daniel T. Green, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, he's here. He has a long question. Pass him the mic.
Indeed.
Because I didn't want to read your damn question because it was so damn long. So I'm going to make you
That
say
makes me
it to
sad because I spaced it out so you could take it in chunks.
Go ahead. Say your question, please, sir.
All right, my question was generally about a reputation and just starting out because I recently graduated with a degree from a four-year university.
Congratulations on your
degree.
debt.
Thank you. It's paid off.
Who
I'm
the
very
hell
lucky.
paid it off?
Yeah. And
Congratulations
yeah.
on paying it off.
Thank you. You can thank my dad and my mom.
Thanks,
I'd
Dad.
like to thank my dad on that one.
Mr. Green.
Yep. Anyway, it was about basically getting a reputation. I tend to
Try
just
not to
try
sleep
stay out of
around
the way.
so much.
You're funny today.
I don't
I
know
really
what
don't know
it
what to
is.
say to that.
I feel like I'm on an improv stage.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's rubber tire. It's Goodyear.
Yep.
Goodyear.
Well, I started in video, and I'm kind of generally good at a lot of different things. And yeah, I just kind of want to find a way to make an impression so that people call me.
That wasn't
And
your question.
Generally what?
No, give me the other question that you said.
Why don't you
wasn't-
read it? It's right in front of you.
No, his question is here. Pass him the mic. Didn't you?
You literally have to pass him the mic.
Didn't you say something along the lines that somebody made a canvas print?
No.
Who said that? Son of a bitch.
Man.
What was your shit?
Gosh.
What was your question? Because I wasn't paying attention. This is me, and I'm staring at a light.
A lot of
Steven.
people don't really pay attention because I'm good at staying out of the way, and I just want to find a way to make a good impression on people I work with so that I get jobs.
Yeah. I think making an impression, there's always the added value that you can deliver people. You give them what you say you're going to give them, and then you deliver more. Has anybody gotten any of my shirts in the mail? Yeah. What was in the pack when you opened it up? stickers. You got a lens cloth? What did you buy it? Heidi gave you a free lens cloth? Hey, Dan.
Heidi's messing up.
No, Heidi's not messing up.
No?
What did you order?
I didn't order anything.
She's messing up.
So how the hell did you get a lens cloth?
I think it was a thank you for showing you around Chicago.
Oh, I sent you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
That was a couple years ago. Yep. Yeah, you showed my dad and I around. You got us on the orange line, red line. Okay, so to stand out. So one of the things that we do when it comes to shipping is Heidi has the ability that if you write her a nice comment, she sometimes sends some extra goodie stuff because she likes reading those comments because she's in the basement all the time. But she enjoys it at my dad's house. Yeah, she's chained into the basement. She's not really chained in the basement. She's free to go anytime she wants. She just has to stay there. No, she has a key to go in and out. She actually has a key to my dad's house.
Does she?
Yeah, because it doesn't. She goes there, she ships, she leaves, she does whatever she needs to do. So people there's a hair pick, there's stickers, there are things that people they didn't know they were going to get them in the mail. So it's added value. So it's always, I used to do this with photo books. I would deliver somebody a photo book. If you edit them a nice video that you go above and beyond, you give them something that they weren't expecting to make them remember you, that is definitely helpful. And if it's a really big job, what I would consider doing is buying them an Apple TV. I don't know why, because it's $69 or whatever they drop the price to.
Random.
Well, I said this to my cousin who installs, he put my screen in. I told him that a good marketing thing for him, for the people that are paying like 10 grand or 15 grand for installations, if they don't have an Apple TV, just set it up for them.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, give them
with
one.
his business.
Yeah, but he's doing video. He's doing video, so then he could like set it up or that's a stupid idea. Let me come up with something better. Just added value. Does that make sense?
A little bit. Could you talk a little bit about what you were doing when you were assisting on jobs in the first place, when you were first starting out, just to kind of make an impression on photographers?
Oh, that was your
with?
question. I remember that now. I didn't assist that much. I actually turned down a lot. Turned down for what? But what did I do?
Casual.
What did I do when I was working with other photographers or helping them out? I was one step ahead of them, meaning I was forward thinking. What would they need next? Where should that light stand go? What are they going to shoot next? Should I be moving something to prepare to make their job easier? Do I have an extra tool or something that they may need that they forgot to bring and it's my job to have? So it's your job. Like if you're going to do an assisting job, make sure you're ready. You're there. You're waiting, and you're not always distracting or talking to people. Like some assistants get into this habit of what?
I know who you're talking about. That's
of like talking too much on set. When your job is to shut up and not try to sell your photography, it's to let the photographer do the thing. You're there for the photographer. You only talk to the subjects if they talk to you. It's kind of like the Queen. You only talk to the subjects if they talk to... Actually, it's the other way around. You only talk to the Queen if the subject... Whatever. But does that make sense?
Yeah, so when you're doing that
Holy
makes
shit, how many questions do you have?
Enough.
just give him the rest of flying solo.
to the left-hand side.
Just one last one. So
ahead.
when you're doing that and you're staying out of the way and you're anticipating and you're kind of a fly on the wall, so to speak, that gets noticed, and then you make an impression on photographers you're working with, and then you get jobs out of that.
Well, do a good job.
Nice censor.
I censored myself.
That was good.
Because no reason to curse. My dad, he gets upset. He doesn't get upset. Though when he's watching the baseball game, that's a
Cursing like a
fucking
sailor.
strike. The fuck are you looking at? No, it's okay to curse because it's my dad. It's my dad. He's watching the game. Are you fucking blind? Because he's an official too, so he gets upset with the incompetence behind the plate. Like C.B. Buckner. If anybody knows C.B. Buckner, we know the officials by name because we're officials.
I got nothing.
Sorry, what was your question?
I'm done.
No, did I answer your last question?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, no, stand out.
Ooh, fine.
Damn it. I hope I helped you some way.
Sure.
Oh, God, he's upset.
He just said sure.
All right, where's that question about the other question over here about the canvas print thing? That was way too long for me to read. But I read it. I just didn't copy it.
I'll sum it up then.
Go ahead, sir.
So there's a photographer who did a shoot. Client was happy. He's got a studio, made some canvas prints for them. Life is good. They come back a short while later and say, we have some prints from another photographer from a previous shoot we're not too happy with. So he offers to redo those prints for him, re-edit them, and get them out there for him as long as they've got a release, which they don't. When they go back to the other photographer, he declines to give him the release, but says, have the other photographer tell me what lab he used so that I can do it for you. So you share that information, or this is the two professional photographers going through the client.
I mean, I understand not giving a release to have somebody else edit it. I don't think it's a big deal for them to ask who they, like, what they used or where they used. I don't think the two photographers should get connected. And, you know, at least he offered to do the prints if they had a release. So that was a good thing. I would just tell them. Just so what? Tell them. You know, you're not doing that. They weren't. They were happy with you. It doesn't mean they're now going to go back to this person if they liked your prints better. But I don't think the lab makes the difference, because a canvas print is pretty much a canvas print no matter where you turn. They all do them the same way. Does that make sense?
It does.
Did I answer that?
I think so.
You have another question? Mr. Green?
I have so many questions.
All right. Is that good? Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure? You want to, while you have the mic, do you want to ask anything else?
I'm usually pretty good at no.
Darrell.
What conditioner do you use in your hair?
Oh,
You get that question
Jill,
every
Jill,
time.
I
That's
don't use
the-
any conditioner.
That's the safe question
no,
every time.
no conditioner. Darrell.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. Good question here. Would you well, we've had it sort of before, but it's formed in a different way. Would you recommend an online school or classes, and if so, which? The School of FroKnowsPhoto is the school I recommend. I don't recommend online schools. Online schools are just the same thing that you're going to find generally free or for a hell of a lot less expensive than those schools. Like New York Institute of Photography, all they do is it's like they give you an outline and you take pictures and you do stuff. So I've done things similar to that in videos that I've done. It's just go out and shoot and then have somebody critique your stuff. Like I don't even know where were you looking?
I was just kind of looking at general things online because I'm fairly new to photography. I've only been doing it for 2 months.
Okay.
So.
Look, the best advice I could give you, there's a lot of free stuff out there. And if you don't want the free stuff, I have the FroKnowsPhoto Guide to FroKnowsPhoto Guide to Getting Out of Auto, which gets you out of auto. I can give you one. Just give me your email address. See?
All right.
See? Always giving a
Thank you.
plug. All you do is plug everything. I'll give you one. So I just remind me to get your email address so I can send it to you. I think you will learn so much from something like that, and there's so many free resources out there that some of them are better than others, so you have to be careful what you look at. But the best thing that you can do is go out there and shoot. I don't think online school in this day and age makes any sense for photography. Just find some other friends that shoot photos, start a photo group, go out and shoot together, critique each other's works, just practice and get better. I mean, I think that's the best thing that you can do, because I don't think there's any secret to being a photographer. That's my answer.
Are we talking about strictly online schools?
Yeah, online schools.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, hybrid classes aren't that bad because it's half online, half in-class lectures.
That was
that
a
kind of
hybrid
thing.
class.
Half and half.
Where's that come from?
Well, normal, like, four-year colleges do that. They offer hybrid classes, online courses, regular classes, everything.
Okay.
This is 2015, buddy.
It is?
Yes.
All right. Was that good? Was that good?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Quentin Johnson. You had to ask
Tarantino?
me this question? This is tough.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even started yet, and I'm upset. Not in a bad way. All right. I want to start shooting concerts and plan on touring with an artist. Do you already know this artist?
Well, not yet. Right now, I have a few friends that
You're killing me already.
open
My
to let
heart's
me
already
shoot them,
pounding,
so.
man. Sorry, go ahead.
So basically, I have a few friends who are open to letting me shoot for them. Basically, I know just from experience with who I am, I'm really good at talking to people and getting connections. So I'm sure that one day I'm going to end up going on tour with an artist. But basically, the question was...
Do you want me to read it?
You can read it. I can say it.
I want to read it.
Okay.
It's a hard one. I know with my work ethic that will happen, but my mother was diagnosed with brain and lung cancer, which has made me scared to travel in case something happened to her. I don't know if I should stay with her or follow my dream in hopes to make some amazing images and memories to share with her so She can see me living my dream. Your thoughts? What's your first thought?
I mean, my first thought is knowing her, she would want me to do it. And it's the fact of she would want me to be able to go out and do something that I love doing, and it would be great to show her. It's just the situation of I don't know how I would feel or live with myself if I did do it and something happened while I was gone.
What's the diagnosis?
Right now,
Or
they told her she
prognosis?
could live 3 weeks. She can live 7 years to just live her life and hope that it's a longer period.
That's hard. I mean, I would spend as much time as possible. That's it. You just have to figure out the rest, because that's 3 weeks to. I mean, you have to do what you have to do, but you also have to do everything that you can to take the opportunity that you have. So that's what I would do. Yeah, that's my answer.
No.
Good. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sucks. Definitely does suck. All right, that's those flying solo questions. So now I need some others. Raise your hands and go from there.
All right. Can you hear me?
Sorry, your
sorry.
mustache got in the way.
A little muffled.
Sorry.
Wait, is the time all right?
Yeah, what time's good?
You sure?
Do you want me to check? I'll check. Hold on.
You guys been checking in the front row?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I know. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you.
Ask the question.
If you could,
Holy shit, Alex!
if you could reinvent the rules of the pit, what would you change?
Really?
Interesting.
That's a good question. What was that? 50 song rule. Look, the pit. If I could reinvent the pit,
Infinity rule.
well, I mean, yeah, the 3-song rule is kind of worthless, but also so is shooting the entire show from the pit. Like that to me is one of those things that you don't want to shoot the whole show from the pit because it's the same shot that everybody's going to get from city to city. If I could reinvent it, I would probably say freedom to shoot from different angles and not just the pit area would give people more ability. But if the pit was reinvented, maybe at bigger shows, not having too many distractions in there, taking away from the photos. But then again, people are paying to see the show. You have to always keep that in the back of your mind that people are paying to see the show and you're there. That was a Nikon.
Clunk, clunk. Oh, Canon.
Which one?
It must be an older one, right?
Oh, no wonder
Oh,
why. It
that's
sounds
why,
like a real
yeah.
camera.
Sounds like a real camera.
And by real, I mean film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just, I don't, other than the 3-song rule, it's just, here's my reinvention. Steven was talking about this when he shot Maroon 5 V, Maroon V the other day. And Hosier.
Hosier, yeah, shot him.
Like maybe turn on the lights in the first 3 songs because you're going to have photographers in the pit. Please do them a favor and don't be dicks.
Yeah, Hosier.
Take me to church and everything, turn my life,
You sound just like him.
Thanks, guys. My name's Hosier. Cookie Monster. Is that good, Alex? Yeah, it's good. Pass the mic to the left-hand side. Next question. Come on. You have to ask questions, and they better not suck.
There's people raising their hands. I
I
don't
can't see
think you can see them.
It's all green.
I see like 5 people, and you're like, come on, nobody's raising their hands.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Joe.
Joe, thanks for calling the show. First-time caller,
Hey.
long-time listener.
Yeah. Well, shooting low-lit action, like say a dance troupe, and you're trying to pick out
What
one
kind of
person
dance
at a
troupe?
time with some
Don't
movement.
say 5-year-olds.
No.
What?
I was just prefacing. Please don't say 5-year-olds.
Okay.
What
Can
kind of
give
dance
some
troupe?
advice for choosing focusing modes? Because as everybody's moving, continuous is hard sometimes because of the movement. If you're trying to use one focal point to get one of those people in focus.
What do you mean by those people?
The dancers.
Come on. No, that was good.
So going between single and continuous, trying to find a solution to track those people can be difficult.
What do you? Which camera are you shooting with?
D3.
Okay, I mean this to me is a simple answer. It's continuous focus all the way. I would never shoot single for any action that's moving consistently or continually. You have the diamond pattern on the back of that camera. They took it out in the D4, the diamond, right? You know what I'm talking about? That switch for focus modes?
Right.
Yeah?
It's on the front.
The D3?
Well, which switch are you talking about?
On the back, you've got you have a switch that has one square, then you have it with 4 squares, and then it has one that looks like a diamond, and then it has one with a box that's filled in. How long have you had the camera?
I'd have to look at it. About 6 months.
All right. So on the back, you have different focusing options. On the front side, on the front left, right? That's where you press the button to go to AFS. And actually, did they just have the switch
They
still?
just have the switch on the D3.
All right, so you have AFS and AF. You have single and continuous there.
Right.
So when you go onto continuous, and on the back, right down by the bottom, because there's no live view on that because that didn't shoot video.
No video, right.
The S did the video. Mm-hmm. There's a 4-way switch, which was awesome. So you have multiple things. You've got the one frame, the one square in the middle, which means if you move your focus point, it's only going to follow focus from that point. Then you move to the next one. It has, I think, 4 different boxes, and that means that if focus shifts in continuous, then if somebody goes from the left of the frame to the right of the frame, the focus is automatically going to track them and shift. That's an automatic thing. That's where I like to be in that triangle. Not triangle, the diamond. Take a look.
Okay.
It's in a book.
I was waiting for that.
Reading Rainbow.
And a quick second question. If
Yes.
you like things organic, how the hell can you like Soldier Field?
I'm indifferent to so I could give. I don't know. I thought it looked cool. It looked like the Coliseums and stuff.
He almost dropped the mic. He was like, "Ugh."
He's like, take that.
Yeah.
Follow-up question.
Yeah. Hey, Jared, I'm Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
Right now, I'm a drawing and painting major at Loyola.
Does that mean you get to draw naked people?
Yeah.
Are they usually like bad looking?
Old man to young girl, it's
Whoa,
whatever.
whoa, whoa. Whoa. Stop right there. You don't mean young, you mean 18 plus. There's laws in this country.
I do.
And in Texas, it doesn't matter. Or Arkansas. Or Tennessee. Or other southern states.
My question is, what do you think, what advantages and disadvantages do you think my major will give me photography-wise?
Well, you understand composition as it pertains to drawing. And you also understand figures and how to direct them in poses because you know what poses look good when you're drawing them, right?
Yeah.
So all that stuff translates over to shooting photos. The compositional rules are very similar from drawing to painting to photos. So I think that it does help you visually because you're seeing and you have to. Your final image is kind of like a long exposure, except it's not moving because you've thought it out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that answer that?
We didn't say anything negative about the major.
What do you think? I'm an asshole?
Negative response.
What is that supposed to mean? People have misconceptions.
Those artists so abstract and like lost in the
Do you
void.
get who, me or you?
Me.
Who'd you come with today?
I came by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So what are you saying? There's a chance? I have a green room that's painted purple.
Oh my
I'm just kidding. Alex, did you forget to do it? Oh, okay.
Calm down.
You're doing a good job. Alex, your name's on your shirt. Is that in case you forget?
Yeah, I have a problem with that sometimes.
Good question, Lucy. Was that all right? Do you have any follow-up questions?
Yeah. Can
Oh,
I pick you up?
Wait a second. Wait, I thought I was just trying to pick you up.
No. I mean, like.
Not right now.
She means like physically pick you up.
Maybe later.
She was doing this.
Why? What is this pickup fetish? I mean, you artists and you know, what are you trying to get at?
I'm an artist, man. I don't.
No, really. Not right here. Not right now.
After?
I mean,
In
maybe.
the purple room.
Maybe. I don't know about being picked up.
Hey, Jared.
Oh, hey.
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 My name's Alex.
Hi. Oh, hey. Is your name on your jacket?
It's not, no. I was just wondering, as far as the fact that you are from and live in Philly, do you think that for doing the type of work that you do and YouTube and everything, location has an effect on what you do? Would you consider moving to New York or LA or something? Or is it better to maybe live somewhere that's a little less expensive as far as just having more of a budget for your productions and that sort of thing?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely see no reason to live in New York. I hate New York, personally. I think it's pretentious as hell. I'm self-correcting here, Steven.
You're doing good.
And L.A. is just fakey McFakerson. L.A. is so fake. No, look, in this day and age, you can do anything from anywhere. You could be in Medellin, Colombia. I hear they have good internet there, and you can. They actually do have good internet there. They have a burgeoning internet space and all that stuff.
How do you know this?
Because one of my internet marketing friends, they rented a place in Medellin for a month to focus and do work. And it was a really cool penthouse. And he said the internet was really good, and it's on the same time thing as we are. So I don't think it matters where you live.
Okay.
Jill, he's not done with his question, Jill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was just curious because I'm from St. Louis originally and just moved to Chicago a couple years ago. And in general, things are just a little bit more expensive, but it's not that different. I was just curious what you thought as far as one location to another for your type of work.
Well, I think for me, like, I lived at my dad's house for a long time. I recorded a lot of videos there. And then my buddy Adam Rosenberg came and yelled at me for living at home. And then I found a place and I moved out. And I think it helped a lot with growing in terms of the content. It took on a new life, and it was good. To make videos, you can make videos anywhere in the world. So I really don't think location for that really matters. It depends on what you're looking to do. For me, I could go spend 2 weeks on an island. As long as they had internet connection, we could whip out a ton of content. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next.
Hi there.
Hi.
Will the video editing guide cover audio?
What type of audio?
Well, so
how to master levels?
Yeah, everything. I got my big because I'm not a photographer or anything like that. It's a hobby, and I started doing video as a need for work. It was like, hey, can you do this? Sure, I can do it. Quickly look up everything I can find.
Yeah.
And so I had the Creative Cloud as part of my work.
So you use Premiere?
Yeah, I use Premiere, and then I was like, because I do 0 to 60 on everything, is like, okay, well, I'll edit in Audition. No idea what I'm doing. So, and not the button pushing, but will you guys cover that part of it?
We covered like certain levels, where to drop the levels and how many decibels down, under, all these different terms. Make a note, Steven. Can you say in your phone or something, maybe we add a bonus section on
audio tips?
On audio, but a deeper look into it. Because we do touch it. We talk about how to get the levels, how to make corrections, how to do cuts under, so you can do J cuts and L cuts and put the audio underneath and stuff. We talk about where certain levels should be when it's background music, and we go into that stuff. But maybe we can do a separate 30-minute video that Todd and I make, or Steven gives his input, and
that's what
take a deeper look.
That's what, because you guys had talked about in the past, like doing some videos where Steven edits how you edit the audio for RAWtalk specifically. Because like I'm probably going into these products more than I should be, especially for where my skills are at, because there are none. But like, I'm watching as many videos on YouTube as I can. Hard limit to this and all that.
Is it more cleaning up the audio you're talking about, or
exactly?
Is it poorly recorded that you're
getting? I have Smart Live Plus that I use.
But are you trying to just boost it up a little bit, just
everything, just make it sound better?
Because how's it sounding to you?
Fine, but I know it could sound better.
Okay.
So the whole point that we try to make when we make any type of guide is to give you the basics, the fundamentals, and dive a little bit deeper, which I said 8 million times in the guide, to then allow you to get the basics out, to then start to tweak stuff on your own after the fact. Because there's only so far we can go into the advanced stuff, because you never know what people need on that, or that it just gets super advanced and it becomes a super niche product.
Sure, that makes sense.
Stuff with that kind of stuff.
We touch on a lot of things and we do get deeper on certain, and I know audio is one that we do definitely hit because the sound guy sits in the back. Our sound guy who does all the audio, he sits there and he's like, nope, wrong, do it again. And he's correcting us sometimes when we have to be corrected, but we talk about different levels. I mean, we show that in the DSLR video guide, making sure your levels are right going into the camera. I did my levels wrong for years until Steven came along and was like, your audio sounds like shit. You have good mics, but it sounds
exactly
horrible.
what I said.
You probably did.
I think I did.
and it hisses, and let me show you that the attenuation needs to be set. And it's just stuff I wasn't educated in. And then we pass that along in the guide.
What I do want to say, with a lot of the stuff we record for him, I'll keep pretty much raw in camera or in the pack or whatever. I do a lot of it in post for the most part, the compression, all that kind of stuff. But I don't add too much. As long as it's cleanly recorded, there's not much need to really tweak it up.
It's kind of weird. Like you never, like when you hear yourself, you don't think you sound like you.
Well,
you know?
yeah, that's just something that takes getting used to, I think.
All right.
But I think with the SmartLav 2, the Rode app itself, I guess you're using that to record directly in the phone.
I have the free one. Should I pay the extra like $5 to get?
Well, that's fine. You can still use the free one, but I would just pretty much try and record it as flat as possible.
Right.
Take any presets off or EQs or any of that compression. And what I usually do in Premiere is I'll dynamic link it out to Adobe Audition.
Yes.
Process it, bring it back into Premiere, and then just cut it up like I normally would do.
Sure.
But it's kind of hard to talk about without actually being in front of the program and showing you step by step.
That's why I'm like, can we?
One of these days when I get some time,
One of those
and I've been
days.
saying this for a long time. Maybe I'll make a Squarespace then.
Well, we
too.
need to. Well, we need to figure out. I mean,
It's just we always are constantly editing videos
or creating content, and
I don't have much time to really put up my own stuff.
we're working on it. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll go away.
But did you check out the Sennheiser review that we did?
Yes, I don't have that kind of quiche.
Quiche, yeah. I do. With that, at least you can see how to set it properly in camera and that kind of stuff. But it is different using that SmartLav Plus and phone. But
cool.
Eventually, I'll get something out. I'll put something out.
Thanks.
Showing the compression, all that kind of stuff.
We will.
One day.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
One day.
Oh my! You haven't sang that song in a while.
One day. Some people wanna change, but people will change. We'll stop with the violence, stop with the hate, stop with the pain. Yiggy-yo! Yiggy-yo-yo-yo!
Does anyone know what he's actually singing?
Modest
Or
Yahoo.
what artist? If he didn't say it, did anyone actually know?
That's Modest Yahoo. That's all he does. Okay, next question.
Hey, Fro. Hey, Steven.
Hey, dude.
Angel from Chicago. I got a question for both of you guys. Actually, I got two questions for you. What's your most favorite worst image you guys have ever taken?
Favorite worst image?
It's a crappy image, but you still like it anyway.
That we took?
Yeah.
I'm
thinking because I have all my images are amazing.
I was waiting for that response.
I don't. Look, I don't
It's
think
hard to be
anything's
put on the spot with that.
Well,
kind
yeah,
of-
I mean that's hard without knowing if somebody. And then not to sound like a pretentious prick, but when I put something out there, it's because I like it, and it's not because I think that it's a terrible image.
Oh, I actually have one.
Go ahead, you go. Maybe I'll. Think.
So, the band Fun, we were photographing them for the radio station I used to work for, probably about 3 years ago when they really first popped, and I have this perfect image, like album cover worthy, of them all sitting there just having a good time, like laughing and smiling. And this is total candid, not posed or anything like that. And then I have some guy in the background giving the freaking shocker in the picture.
Steven, what is the shocker?
Google it.
No, Steven, what? I don't know what this shocker thing. Like
Well, you
somebody
gotta
gets
Google it.
electrocuted.
You gotta Google it.
Somebody's like,
It's a hand movement. Let's just say that.
Oh,
But so
I'll
some,
take your word
some
for
freaking
it.
kid in the background's giving it, completely ruins the image, and I didn't even know it. And it's actually posted on the radio station's website somewhere. Somewhere on there.
Radio 104.5.
And I just noticed it actually a couple months back. I was going through just my portfolio, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? This freaking kid. But that's my favorite image that he ruined.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
And just certain times there's those really great shots, but there may be a tack out of focus.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something
there's
like
something.
that happens.
I mean,
every now and
here's
then.
one I can go into. Like, I was shooting Silvertide, had the 24 to 70 on. Would have been better with a 70 to 200. Shooting a D3, and he's in a great mode. It just would have been a great shot if it was tighter. And cropping to me would have not been an option because it just looked, it popped the grain, it just degraded it. Now, most people wouldn't know the difference if it was cropped. So I really like the image, and I just wish that it would have been more, I just wish it would have been composed better. I mean, there's always those shots.
Yeah, and those shots that maybe you're not directly, in centered or something like that. You're a little off.
Yeah.
It's stuff you can't really fix.
All right, couple more. How many more hands are up?
Wait, did you have another part of the
Yeah, I
question?
have another.
Sorry,
different
my
question.
my eyes in the back of my head are being blocked by my hair.
All right, sorry. Yeah, I have one more. Recently, I may have an opportunity to have full access to a concert with a well-known Hispanic artist. I can't really say anything for sure at the moment. Full access, first-time concert. Do you
It's my
have any
favorite music, Angel.
Huh?
It's my favorite music.
Awesome. Do you listen to reggaeton?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Sing that song for me. What's that one? You know that one song?
That one song, yeah.
There's
yeah,
a lot
that
of
song.
songs.
No, that one song. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that
Gasolina?
Which one?
Gasolina?
Yes, sing gasolina. Que
Me
gasolina.
gusta la gasolina. That's all I got.
Ooh, la da gasolina. I'll take my shirt off. Yeah.
I haven't heard that
Well,
song
it's not
in
him.
forever.
Well, him. I can't say who, but yeah, this is my first time. It'll be full access. There's nothing for sure. Any tips? Anything at all?
Yeah, just enjoy it.
Don't take pictures. Just enjoy the show.
No. Yeah, because two New York Times writers say that stop taking pictures and enjoy it because you're a dick if you don't. No, look, with all access, just blend in. Just be a part of the band. Go into the room, but treat them well. You're not going to make them look bad. If something's happening that shouldn't be photographed, you don't take pictures of it.
Yeah,
you
fly
know?
on the wall.
Right, and just be there. And they'll see that you're there, and if they know your work and your work speaks for itself, they love having you there. And just be a part of the band. Just enjoy it and just see the world and capture it. It really, when you have all access, don't get stuck doing the things that everybody else does when they don't have access. Because you have the access, you have the ability to get things that other people don't have the ability to get. So utilize that and don't shoot the whole show from the pit.
Yes.
Try and be different.
Scout the venue. Find your best angles. That's the best.
Good?
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. How many more hands are up?
Oh, and no selfies with the band too.
Yeah, don't
It's
take a
always
selfie with the band.
It's always a no-no.
There's this guy. What's his name? It's
not gonna
not
say his
Edgar.
name.
It's not Edgar. What's the other guy's name?
I'm not gonna say his
You
name.
know that
but
guy.
I know that guy.
Shoots with
yeah.
that shitty cannon.
Yes.
It's seriously. For like 5. Oh, he's
Basically,
like,
he goes to shows to just take a picture with the band, take like a selfie with the band, and that's really it.
I give him the evil eye.
Hi, Jared. How are you?
Yeah, but then he's never talked to me.
No?
No.
He says hi to me.
He's a dick.
Are you sure you're not a dick to him?
I don't talk to him.
Maybe that's why.
No, I stay away from him.
You give him the stink eye
I
every
give him
time. You give him the Jared
the
evil
mush.
eye. The mush.
But there's other people. What's the other kid's name? Pete? Was it Pete? You know, the other big guy in the pit?
Yeah.
Who's the second, like he works on the computer and he comes, I liked him.
Yeah.
Because he looked like a nice guy. This other guy, dick. All
But you
over
never
his
even
face.
talked to him.
Because I don't like that he gets pictures taken backstage with the artists. That's a no-no.
Yeah.
I don't like pretentious part here, how he shoots. Not you can shoot with a rebel. You know what I'm talking about. I don't care what you shoot with.
Me either.
But it's just you watch people shoot and you sit there and you go, what are you actually shooting?
He purely does it just to show off. That's why
Right,
he
and
goes
then
to shows.
and then he becomes like the quote unquote Live Nation photographer.
Which is ridiculous.
How do you really feel,
Sorry.
Steven?
I'm very upset about it because I was going to shoot a show recently.
What was that?
I was gonna. He said levels, I think. I was gonna shoot a show, and they were like, "Oh, you can't shoot until the third song because the Live Nation photographer is in there for the first two." I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And it's that guy. It's that guy. That's how I feel.
Thank God I don't shoot those shows anymore.
I mean, I
used to shoot for Live Nation.
I still enjoy it.
So I used to shoot at this place called Festival Pier, and that was I worked out a deal. They were paying me like $400 a show, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. It's not a kick. It's not bad.
I think that's pretty good.
It was down the street from my house, so I would walk over. And then it got to the point where they weren't going to hire. They didn't hire me for the next year, and then they basically have people that shoot it for free.
Yep.
And then the Rachel Spiewak. She hates me, and
But
I
she
never
loves me.
hit on her.
She loves me.
I never hit on her. Subconsciously, I did, but I never really did. and she hates me for some reason. I don't know what it is, but she just sit there and she's like, we like these photographers because they're free. And I responded back to her, I'm like, if it still looks like shit, and it's free, does it? Would you rather have quality? There's a big difference between quality and shit, and you guys just love shit.
Which you could still shoot for free and have great work. I
Right.
mean, but
I would shoot for people. Somebody asked a question about
shooting
when's
for free
it
is
okay
not
to.
wrong.
They're saying, when's it okay to shoot for free? Whenever the hell you want to shoot for free. If it's something that you
Enjoyment.
really want to shoot, like I should have done more of that when I was starting out within reason, as long as you can benefit from it. If you love what you like, I don't have a problem. I love shooting. Somebody calls me, he's like, hey, can you do some portraits? Like that girl came over and she's like, can you do some portraits for me? And I'm like, put some money, put something in an envelope and give it to me. It was mostly air, but
It's
whatever.
Like a quarter.
It was like, oh, these are the gift cards you had left over. I got to give it to you because Starbucks. I don't drink coffee.
I'll take it.
You can have it. It's on my desk.
Nice.
But I just love shooting, and at this point, I can shoot whatever I want because sometimes here's the old adage. Sometimes you have to shoot the things that you don't want to shoot to be able to afford the things that you do want to shoot.
So true.
And that's what I did with music. I wasn't going to make a lot of money with music, but I shot the weddings and made a good amount of money, more than the average, more than that $2,500 average, because I charged anywhere between $3,500 and $4,000 when I was doing weddings. But I don't know where I was going with that. That I answered some question. Somebody had a question somewhere.
That was a super long answer. Whatever.
Who had
we
a
answered.
question?
Were we still an angel? No.
No.
Whatever.
Hi.
Hi.
Noemi. So WPPI just finished, right?
Whippa.
Whoopee.
Whippy.
Yes.
So I'm just wondering, kind of piggybacking on the schooling, and what's your take on conventions and conferences or even workshops altogether?
Yeah. Did you go to WPPI?
I didn't, but I'm actually signed up for Shutterfest.
Who?
I don't even know what that is.
So it's only Sal Sincata. It's his second year doing like a conference that he actually calls a festival. It's really inexpensive. That's the only.
Where is
reason.
it?
It's in St. Louis. It's actually happening in April.
I mean,
it's constant classes, so you don't have to pay anything extra once you pay your entrance fee.
How much is it?
I paid $79
All right,
for like 2 days worth of classes.
How many sponsors are on that?
I think if I remember maybe 12, 14.
Fuck that. So it's a pitch fest. Look,
I mean,
for $79 for 2 days, if you take something away from it, that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with education and learning. I think that stuff is great. Some of the internet marketing things that I shot for free, they were like $3,000 conferences. I don't think I'd ever pay to do that, but I worked my way in as a photographer. Look, I'm not a big fan of Kelby does a lot of stuff. Kelby does those shoot like a pro tours, and they're like $99, and they're sponsored by a lot of people. And this isn't a rip on Kelby. It's the only thing I don't like about them. He's a very good teacher, but what I don't like about those things is they're always done in ballrooms and places like that.
Because the amount of people.
Right. It's not real world. It's not hands on.
I did Joe McNally with them, actually.
Was it good?
Actually, I don't know if I took much out of it. We sat in a conference room and just kind of watched him work, which was fine. It was that's what I really wanted to do, that'd be cool. But I thought we would be a little more hands-on.
I look at a WPPI, and what upsets me about those places and any convention, because there's I used to do this thing called Blog World. What upset me is they would have 10 different tracks going at once. So 10 different speakers are going instead of having main speakers on stage. The best of the best of the best with honors. Have them on stage so everybody can take something from them instead of smaller ones where you're like, well, I wish I could have learned from them and them, but now I have to choose. I think that happens at WPPI a lot. So if something comes to town and you think you can get something from it, I have absolutely no problem with somebody taking it. I used to do the boot camps. I haven't done any in a long time. Just time reasons. But I think people learned a lot from them. But it's also hard to teach. I mean, we were doing 15 to 20 people at a time. Ooh.
No. Take it back.
They were very informative because they were more hands-on. Shit.
See?
No matter what way you
somehow.
Take it back to convention.
No, but they're really. I like smaller Smaller groups, it's more hands-on, more personal touch. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick the right ones.
Do you have any suggestions?
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Did I answer a question
No,
there?
sort of. Do you have suggestions on? I guess it's more of a. I think everyone's kind of looking to learn more, and it's really hard to find mentors or people that you can really reach out to teach you more. I mean, I've watched probably as many YouTube videos as anyone could.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like,
"Are you going to come to my yard?"
I don't know, but I'd have to charge.
And done.
I know mentors are hard to find, but I think the best way to get the education is to find smaller groups to try and learn that way. I think the big classroom learnings with 400 people are just very difficult to learn a lot from. You can always take something. It's just hard to sit in a chair and watch people work and take something from that. But when you can shoot, there's smaller meetup groups that do workshops, like they get models and then you come out and shoot. I think it's just a matter of working with a bunch of different people and getting those groups together to try to better yourself.
The hard part is that those smaller groups tend to cost more.
And they do.
Yeah,
they do.
A lot more.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all I got for that
That's
one.
all I got.
One more? I mean, how many more? How are we on time?
We're about an hour 40 in, so
all right, we should wrap up shortly.
I'm Sebastian. I'm the kid. Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Can't see.
Two things.
Holy Jesus, you're 13?
Yeah.
Wait, say it. What?
Yeah.
Really?
Sounds like he's 30.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. I
I'm
sing
13.
Bass. Yep. Okay. All right. Two things. You remember when you were talking about like the photo that you screwed, like that you screwed up? Remember, I was watching a YouTube video the one night. You said like you screwed up at Germany. One with like the
yeah.
Yeah, and my second thing.
Wait, what? So I remember I screwed up.
Yeah.
Thanks. Is that a question or a statement?
No, it's just like recounting. All right, now here's my actual question.
Yeah. So back to the question over here about was there a photo that I loved but it's messed up? It was that one.
Okay. You were doing wedding photography and you doing all this stuff. You could be making like lots more money than you are now.
You don't know that.
No, I'm just taking guesses.
There's a reason I don't shoot weddings now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You picked YouTube, and YouTube is kind of like a gamble, and you took it and you scored. I mean, we're all here, and
thank you.
Just why'd you do it?
Why'd I do YouTube?
You just like how you said in the first video you did. You kind of just seemed scared. How I think the last RAWtalk is your first video you ever made.
Yeah.
Well, you could have just like stopped right there and like, oh, this is not good for me. But no, you took the.
I did stop. That was 2008.
Yeah, but like you came back and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try again.
2 years later.
And
Well, keep in mind, he was still shooting the entire time for the first probably 2 or 3 years, taking jobs on. I mean,
well, certain jobs, like
certain
weddings.
jobs,
Like,
yeah.
I was taking the weddings to fund the website.
Exactly.
Look, the reason I started the website, and you make it sound like I don't shoot. I don't shoot a ton.
I don't mean it like that. I mean like taking actual.
Actual
paid-
jobs, because I don't need to take those jobs, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great. I like taking jobs, and I'll get back to that question where maybe somebody can't afford it. And I got into this place. This is an interesting thing. When I thought a lot of people thought my work was really good, and that's not a pretentious thing. They would come to me and tell me they got married, and I'd be like, well, why didn't you call me? They're like, we thought you would be too expensive, based off of the work I was doing. And so they didn't even think to ask, because they thought so there was the perception that because my work was perceived as being good or really good, that I was going to be really expensive, which meant a lot of people weren't calling or contacting me. And that happened a lot. I forget the question. Oh, do you know why? Do you know why that smells like rubber? By the way,
squirrel.
The soap in the bathroom. It's that soap. It's that soap that smells like that rubber soap.
I think it smells like soap.
No, it smells like rubber.
Roaches? What?
I don't know what roaches smell like. What? Rape.
That's what I heard. I heard rape. What?
Oh, raid. Sorry, I heard rape.
I heard rape too.
Too soon. So here's the thing with YouTube. The reason I started, I was recanting the story to Hing. We got a guy named Ahing Wong.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome guy. He shoots the center camera on the jib and the jolly. The jolly. On the jib crane. Yeah. So I was telling him why I started YouTube. The reason I started doing YouTube videos was I thought that people would hire me for seeing my videos. Like, I thought it would be a way to get my work out there. I was having trouble getting people to come to me. I thought I had a great website, but you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. You have to make things happen. And so I started to make videos in the hopes that people would see my work and say, I need to hire him to shoot for us, to do these big jobs. And what ended up happening is I wasn't getting jobs. I was getting questions because people saw me as an authority figure that may have, quote unquote, know what I was talking about, so that they were looking to me for advice. So I then, in business, you can pivot. I pivoted to go, I guess this makes sense. A lot of people want to know what I have to say, and I like talking, so I might as well share it with them if they want to listen. So that's how the YouTube thing all started. I didn't set out to be sitting here today doing podcasts and making content that I think is fun and informative and turn it into a business. I did it as a way to hopefully get more jobs, and that didn't end up happening. It was just one of those things that I went with the flow of where it was going because it just made sense, and that's how it is. And yeah, I mean, in terms of getting lucky, you got to be good to get lucky, and I think that applies to anybody. You first have to know what you're doing in order to be lucky. Sometimes you just get those shots. Somebody will get a lucky, quote unquote, shot of a shark coming out of the water in Africa. And then there's the times where you have to be good to get lucky because you've put yourself into a situation, you had the right settings, you had the right lens, you were ready for it to happen. So you have that. Where the hell am I going with this? Does anybody know?
Chicken nuggets.
Exactly. Chick-fil-A.
Someone just screamed chicken
All
nuggets.
right, did I answer your question?
I guess I'll say one more thing. Thank you for starting YouTube, or else none of us would have seen you.
Yeah, I
in
started
this. Thank you.
YouTube 10 years ago, and Google bought it for me for $540 million.
You guys can come to our mansion after this.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. You can tell me more about me?
All right, I got one more. It's Nicholas Milano. Hi,
No,
Jared.
wait, what? What happened?
What?
No, you were supposed to say you were thanking me, and I interrupted you. I wanted to hear what you were thanking me for.
Okay. Well, I said, thank you for starting your YouTube channel. Thank you for starting your YouTube channel and having it progress and you not stopping, because or else we wouldn't all be here learning from you and just doing the best we can from you motivating us and telling us what to do.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Here, here.
You're welcome. All right, last question.
Hey, Jared.
Hi.
Are you picking up this? Steven, how's the levels? Nicholas Milano. I got a question for you. And first of all, to thank you for bringing the show to Chicago.
You're welcome.
When it comes to photography and the insurances, if you exclude the life and the rental and I don't know, whatever, what is the insurance that you need to have as a, let's say, event or wedding photographer? And if there's several, can you prioritize them? Like which one is the first, second, third, fifth?
Well, first is equipment insurance or having lens tag. How many people here have lens tag? If you have a camera or any lenses, you should probably just download lens tag on your iPhone right there and just, it's free, and freedom isn't free. You should just go on lens tag and just put your stuff in there. That's the first line of defense. But equipment insurance, inland marine policy is what I have, and that covers me all over the world for anything. All this gear is covered. I think it's up to $30,000 worth of gear, $5,000 in computer stuff, lots of other things that it covers. But you also need to have liability insurance in case somebody trips over your light stand or you hit somebody with a bag on purpose or hit them with a monopod because you got upset. So I carry, I think it's $3 million in liability.
I plan on running into the jib next week.
No, you have workers' comp.
I mean, I had a situation where a softbox almost tripped because of the windy city, Chicago, tripped over some group of people that I was about to shoot. So that's why I'm like concerned about some kind of liability insurance you probably got to have, right?
Yeah, liability.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not very expensive.
No.
So you can have liability. And then also if you have employees or not employees or people working with you, it may be good to carry some kind of workers' comp. I know in Pennsylvania I have to carry that. I had that added before the DSLR video guide, the last guide we just shot last week,
good.
just so that anybody in my employ at the time was covered, just in case. Because they can come back and be like, well, they got hurt on your job. They were working for you, so you're on the hook.
How about when you guys have like a lot of gear for those video shoots and everything, like the rental insurance for like you're not paying deposit for all the gear that you're renting? Is there like a separate rentals insurance or something?
Well, Borrow Lenses will have
Comes
the
with it.
option
Yeah.
for like $80 or something to cover against damages and stuff like that. But if you have your own insurance, your rider will carry the rental stuff too. So you can talk to your insurance agent and just say, does this cover rental insurance? Can you make a note for me to ask Trevor about that for Lens Tag?
Okay.
Please?
That was very helpful. And one more quickie.
Just about renting.
Is anybody like using copywriting their images from here, or would you suggest doing that for, let's say, event or like arts or whatever?
Copywriting in what way? Sending it
like
into the...
copyright.gov, like or some other places, to copyright your images in case somebody picks your image and uses it for a commercial or other type of usage.
Yeah, I've never done it. I've never actually looked into it. I've heard about it, and I know you could submit a shit ton of low-res JPEGs for like $30. I guess it would be good. I have to read it. I'm honestly not well-versed in what the copyright.gov thing wants you to do.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was that it? Did anybody have like a really pressing question other than can you pick me up? Okay, 30 seconds each.
Hey guys, this is Terry. I got a question. With you doing the concerts and different types of photography, do you have one picture or a couple pictures that stand out in your minds as something people will know you for?
I think it's less than just one image, but more for a style. I think my black and whites are extremely stylized, and a lot of people know that that's I don't know if they know that's a Jared Polin, quote unquote, but I think a lot of people that follow certain bands, like when I was shooting a lot with Silvertide, the fans would know the difference between my photos and somebody else's popping up because it's just, there was something else there, a thickness to them. So I don't think it's one particular image. I think it's a certain style that I've formulated that people have, that they may be able to recognize.
Hi, guys.
Hi?
I'm the boy who came in late.
That was great.
I still can't see because I'm looking into a light. And not the, like I'm dying or something, hopefully. Though we tried landing today. Holy
Oh my
shit.
gosh.
No, we did land. We did land, luckily. But holy Jesus. I've never flown. I mean, talk about windy and being bumped around. This was an understatement. I haven't.
felt
And
like
I
we were
actually
flying in like that.
I actually didn't get worried this time for whatever reason. I don't know.
I was freaking out.
You were freaking out, but I was just sitting there. I'm like, woo, wee, wee, and all the people were like, shut up. I wasn't really doing that. Go ahead. Question.
My question to you was, throughout all the years that you've been doing photography, what's one thing or some things that have kept you motivated, whether it was emotionally, financially, or things like that?
It's not money. It's capturing that next image that, like, every time I go out, I worry whether or not I'm going to be able to come home with the images that I want to capture.
Oh, yeah.
But when I sit there and I process, like sometimes I do a shoot and I'm like, I don't know if I got anything. I don't know if I got anything. And then you start sitting down and editing the raw files and you go, holy, I did it. It's like, I did it. I'm really happy that I was able to, I still have it. Because it's a constant worry. If you start to think that you're the best of the best and you go out there every single time and you're not scared to shoot or worried about something, it's the same thing with sports or anything. If you're not afraid to do it, then you've lost your emotion or passion for it.
Definitely.
Because then you've just, I love that feeling of just capturing moments, getting into the shooting zone and just focusing on shooting and capturing those moments and just knowing that you still have it. Like, that's what motivates me when I shoot, is just the thought of capturing it and then actually capturing it. Good?
That was an awesome answer.
Yeah, that was solid.
I also had a second question. Does your afro sometimes have a mind of its own?
What are you trying to say?
It's just so fluffy. It seems to like have its own soul.
Well, the funny thing about soul is when I was doing the FroKnowsPhoto rap song, Walt, when I went to lay down the vocals, sent me home because I didn't have any soul or rhythm. He's like, go home and find rhythm. I was like, shit. So I went home and I found rhythm. I still didn't find it, but I thought maybe if I had an afro. No, it's pretty good. I mean, it's been 7.5 years almost, if not more, and it hasn't been trimmed.
Just get a trim. That's all I'm asking. Just get a trim.
Well, it's this piece right here.
You got like a little. It's weird.
This flyaway thing that likes to do its own thing, so it does maybe have a mind of its own. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you guys enjoy this? Thank you. CDs will be for sale. Just kidding. We need gas money for the van to get to the next venue. No, we actually do have merch, but we'll talk about that later. And thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for purchasing tickets, by the way.
Yes, thank you guys.
Even
That's
though
awesome.
you got basically your $10 back in stuff, including alcohol.
Yeah, how were your drinks? Good? All right. Mine was good.
Oh, thanks, Alex. 19-year-old Alex.
Great.
With his name on his jacket. Thank you, Alex, for your help.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Thank you guys for your flying solo questions. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for. I know it's nice. I love doing this in front of an audience. There's nothing better than that. We sit at home. It's not as interactive. It's not as fun. It's not as quick. You don't have stuff like we get when we come out here and do the mobile RAWtalk. So thanks Squarespace for being the catalyst behind writing a check to say go and do this stuff and we'll take care of it. So please support them. And that's why we have certain sponsors we work with, is just that they believe in what we're doing here and I support their product. So why not, if they're going to offer you money or ask them for money, have something that's mutually beneficial. It's beneficial to me, it's beneficial to you guys, and it's beneficial to the company. So that's why and when I say the company, that whoever is the sponsor, it's a cyclical thing. It's all about being mutually beneficial because that's how we all can progress. Well, bottom line is good for me too, actually. But no, it just, I really appreciate it. And it's nice to get feedback and not read you get 1,000 good comments and you get that one asshole comment that just ruins your day. It really does.
And we read them every week.
People don't realize that.
I read every comment.
We are human beings.
We are.
We have feelings. Human. And we're going to leave it there. So thank you guys from Chicago. And that is it. Jared. Oh, Jesus. That is RAWtalk episode number 125. You can find all the photo news stories and more at FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk episode 125. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto. Why don't we all do the sign out? No. Start over.
We got to redo it.
We got to redo it. I'll do Jared Polin because you're not me. And then you can do the rest, all right? You ready? Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.